Hello, I'm back for part 2 of Zeba. You probably knew that if you clicked on this video and read the title, so it's not really necessary for me to state that. So, yeah. So yeah, Zeba. I'll admit that I don't have much else to say about this game. I had my whole anecdote about myninjakiwi.com, which I unloaded in part 1 of this playthrough. Now I'm at a loss for interesting commentary to fill this video. This is an 80-minute game, and I didn't come up with 80 minutes of dialogue. So be ready for several long stretches of silence. Some of these later levels are uncharacteristically easy. Currently, I'm just transporting this one bale of hay. The rest of the puzzle is trivial. Some of these puzzles are moderately challenging and require a fair amount of provident problem solving. This is one of them. A useful strategy is to identify blocks that I can't move, and to figure out how I can move like blocks to their location. The two rocks near the top right corner are completely immovable. They are up against the edge of the room. I can move most of the other rocks to the top with relative ease. To get those last two rocks, I'm going to eliminate the metal. Since this game has no scoring function, I can't go for a high score to lend some replay value to the game. Someone could come up with other challenges, like beating the game in under an hour, if that's even possible. Oh, here's a good one. Try to beat Zeba with the least possible uses of the breath. I know that there are at least 2 levels that I can beat with breath left over. Now I've screwed up. There isn't enough space in the middle right area for me to navigate around and fill all 3 of those empty spaces with rocks. See, I have space if I don't fill the lower part of the right side. Now I can fill it in. What's with all of these hay puns? Is today a hay day? I'll see myself out. Aha! The special power-up makes its return. I haven't seen one of those since level 19. The game really could have made better use of that power-up. In a puzzle game with so few mechanics, I would think that the developers would make wide use of a mechanic that encourages strategic resource management particularly well. This is interesting. If I have fire and special breath and I go to burn a bale of hay, Zeba will use the special before using up the fire. This is the only type of block for which that happens. If I go to destroy rocks or metal, Zeba will use up either acid or ice before going to the special. I don't know whether this eccentricity is an error or if it's intentional. Either way, it's a design flaw. The rules should be consistent across all types of breath, and Zeba should conserve the special breath if there's no need to use it. I am going to address the matter of this game's controls. I don't hate them. They are not ideal, but I understand why they are. So, I move with the arrow keys. If I tap a key that is not the direction to which Zeba is already facing, she won't immediately move a space in that direction. First, she will turn to face the direction. If I continue to hold the key, she will start to move. There is a substantial time lag between when I first press the key and when Zeba begins to advance. If I'm turning 180 degrees, it can be more than a fifth of a second. In a game with this much turning, slow movement controls are not ideal. I often find myself repeatedly tapping an arrow key just to get to the movement a little bit more quickly, so there's a lot of tapping. I get why the Harris family designed the controls this way. It's so that the player can change Zeba's direction without unintentionally moving into another space. Let's say that I have a lot of hay in a specific arrangement directly to the left of Zeba, and I want to turn towards the hay to burn it. If Zeba starts moving to the left immediately as she turns, and there's a bale of hay directly to the left of her, I might unintentionally push that hay into the space to its left. That might ruin the whole arrangement. With these controls, slow as they are, the player has precise control of both direction of fire and movement of blocks. However, there are alternatives to this scheme that would be quicker, assuming that the player is adept at using them. One such scheme uses the arrow keys to move. You push a button and you move a space. No substantial time lag. It would use a different set of keys to control aiming and discharge of breath. Let's use the WASD keys, for example. If I press A, Zeba turns to the left and breathes in that direction. In another possible scheme, Zeba can only push blocks when the player is holding down a certain key. Even if you were to run up against a block while turning around, the block wouldn't move against your intention if you weren't holding the key. Of course, neither of these hypothetical schemes would necessarily be better than the one that we have. I obviously haven't tested either, since I didn't work on the game. Anyway, I respect the developers and their choices that went into this game. As I've stated, I don't hate the controls, I just find them to be a bit slow. I just like to think about how I might do something differently if I were the developer. It's a good exercise in commentary. Alright, get ready for the most epic maneuver. It's about to go down. Just pay attention for the next 2 minutes or so, and you'll see it. Oh, I didn't even need the second bale that I brought over. Hey, look at that. I beat the puzzle with some breath left over. I can't shoot it, but I can walk around with it in my inventory. Alright, get ready because this is a long one. I don't remember how to beat this level. I just mess around until it appears that I'm making some progress. I may have wasted too much breath early on. Now I'm at a loss for what to do. I should definitely clear out some of this hay. I have enough fire. What am I doing? I keep thinking that I'm hearing crickets, but it's just a faint chirping sound in this game's music. What type of sound is that? Is that an instrument? Did I mess up? No, I'm Gucci. I'm doing this slowly because I want to be very careful that I don't mess up and ruin the whole run. Here comes the fast text crawl. Pause at your own discretion because it's extremely cringe. It took a few tries for me to complete level 50. Twice there was a glitch that stopped me from progressing. I cut those runs for time, but I'm showing the glitch now. Between me and the special power-up, there's an invisible block. It is blocking my progress. Notice that the barrier isn't there anymore if I reset the level. This glitch had me stumped for a while. I later figured out what was causing it. It happens if I push a block and destroy it at once. See, the game shows the animation of the hay burning, and then plays the sound of hay sliding on the floor. For some reason, the block's collision box continues to exist. The game won't allow me to destroy the bale a second time, or even see it in this case. So, that's Zeba. Thanks for watching.